Hi, welcome back to God Says, a sanctuary where the soul finds rest and the heart learns to breathe again. This is the place where burdens are lifted and purpose is spoken into the places you've long kept silent. If you're listening right now, it is not by accident. You were drawn here for a reason because heaven is speaking and you are ready to hear. Today, we lean into one of the most pressing questions of the human heart. Why is this happening to me? When the pain seems pointless, the weight feels endless, and the silence of God stretches farther than your strength, the soul begins to wonder if anything truly matters. But beloved, the truth is this. Everything that happens to you carries meaning, and I, the Lord your God, am the author of your timing. There is nothing random in your life. Not one tear has fallen without being caught. Not one heartbreak has been missed by my gaze. I know how weary you feel walking through a valley that seems to stretch without end. I see the nights you collapse into your thoughts, begging for answers. I see the ache behind your smiles, the disappointment buried beneath your prayers. But listen to me. You have not been forgotten, and your journey is not in vain. I am the one who sees beyond what is now. I am the God of timing, purpose, and restoration. Even now, I am preparing you to rise in strength you never knew you had. I am realigning your life in ways your eyes cannot see, but your spirit will soon rejoice. I have not wasted a single moment of your struggle. Every trial has been a thread in the masterpiece I am weaving through you. And soon, what once looked like chaos will unfold into clarity. So today, we begin a sacred journey together, a journey into the truth that everything that happens to you has meaning. And I am the one who holds the clock of your destiny. I will walk with you through every part of this message. I will speak healing into your confusion, hope into your fear, and direction into your delays. You will not walk alone. You will not remain in the dark. Let your heart breathe. Let your soul lean in. I am not far. I am closer than your next breath. And I am about to reveal to you why you had to walk through what you did, and how I will redeem every step. So come, let us begin. Let me know when you're ready for part 1, and I will continue in the same tone and structure. I see the meaning you cannot yet see. You wonder if this moment means anything. You wonder why the things you hoped for still feel far away. You look at the pieces of your life and ask, what am I supposed to do with this? But I tell you, now, my child, everything that happens to you is part of something far greater than you can comprehend in this moment. What looks like a delay is not denial. What feels like loss is not the end. What breaks you is not meant to destroy you, but to rebuild you in truth. I see the meaning you cannot yet see, and I ask you to walk with me until it becomes clear. I have never taken my eyes off you. Not when you fell, not when you wept in silence, not when you shut the world out, unsure of how to begin again. I was there. I am still here. You are not navigating your life alone. I go before you, I walk beside you, and I dwell within you. My presence is not based on how you feel. It is based on my promise. And my promise is everlasting. I know how tired your soul has become from waiting. I know you wonder if I still hear your prayers. You think the silence means absence. But in my silence, I am still working. In your confusion, I am still leading. In your weariness, I am still holding your hand. Nothing in your life is out of place when it is placed in my hands. Nothing you have lost will go unredeemed. Nothing you've endured will go unused. I am the author of your story, and I do not write in vain. Every chapter, even the ones full of tears, has a purpose. You must know this truth. Your task is not to understand everything right now. Your task is not to map out your own future or solve every unanswered question. Your task is to stay with me until the end, and I will give you the answer you have longed for. I will reveal what was hidden. I will restore what was broken. I will turn what was meant to crush you into the very thing that lifts you. But first stay. Do not run from the place of discomfort. Do not hide from the places in your heart that ache. Do not silence your pain. Bring it to me. Let me show you that I am not afraid of your wounds. Let me prove to you that I am not just a God of joy. I am a God who enters the storm and stands with you in the chaos. I do not demand your perfection. I long for your surrender. Come to me exactly as you are, and I will begin the work that no one else could ever do. There is no wasted season in my plan. Even the years that felt barren are filled with hidden growth. Even the moments of heartbreak were seeds of compassion being planted deep in your soul. You do not see it yet, but you are becoming the person I always saw in you. The fire did not consume you. It refined you. The darkness did not destroy you. It taught you to search for the light within. And that light is me. You are not late. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are right on time in the calendar of heaven. I am not in a rush, but I am never slow. I arrive exactly when the moment is ripe for breakthrough. And when I move, nothing can stop what I pour out. When I speak, no other voice can silence it. When I open doors, no one can shut them. You do not need to strive for my love. You already have it. You do not need to prove your worth. I placed worth in you before you took your first breath. I chose you when you did not know how to choose me. I called you when you were still lost. I covered you when you didn't know how to ask for mercy. I knew your story, and I loved it into becoming. Now, take a deep breath and lean into my presence. I am not far. I am not silent. I am not finished. This pain has a purpose. This season has a reason. You are walking through what will soon become your testimony. And your testimony will not only set you free, it will bring light to others, still trapped in the dark. You may not see the meaning yet, but I do, and I will reveal it in time. For I am the one who defines the seasons. I am the one who holds the times and dates in my hands. I am the one who makes all things beautiful in their time, not yours, but mine. And when my time comes, you will know that every moment of confusion, every day of silence, every tear of longing, it all mattered. It was never meaningless. It was the unfolding of something divine. Hold on. Trust me, the meaning will come. And when it does, it will be more beautiful than anything you imagined. Let us keep walking, for I am taking you somewhere holy. This is only the beginning. You are not behind. You are becoming. Do not measure your life by how far you think you should be. Do not compare your pace to those around you. You are not late. You are not forgotten. You are not left behind. You are becoming precisely in the way I ordained, at the pace your soul can endure. I do not rush healing. I do not rush growth. I unfold it layer by layer, like the morning sun that rises steadily across the sky. And I ask you again, my child, to release the need to understand everything right now, and instead trust that I understand you perfectly. I see the ache in your spirit, the quiet pressure you place upon yourself to be further along. But what you call delay, I call deep work. What you call slow, I call sacred. You cannot bloom before your roots are strong, and I am fortifying those roots right now within your identity, your resilience, your capacity to love, and your faith. There are things you have endured that only I know the full weight of. There are tears you have cried that only I have counted. And in all of this, I have not wasted a single moment. You are in the middle of divine formation, and the glory will be revealed in time. I am not asking you to sprint. I am asking you to surrender. Surrender your expectations, your timelines, your belief that everyone else has figured it out while you are still lost. You are not lost, you are led. You are not overlooked, you are being protected. Sometimes I withhold what you ask for, not to punish you, but to prepare you. I do not place heavy crowns on fragile heads. I strengthen your neck with patience, humility, and trust, so when I crown you with purpose, you will not collapse under its weight, that you wonder why certain doors did not open. You wonder why people left. You wonder why the things that once felt certain suddenly crumbled. But if you could see what I see, you would understand. I was protecting your path. I was shielding you from distractions that would drain your spirit, from relationships that would derail your destiny, from opportunities that would inflate your ego but starve your soul. I see beyond what you see. And because I love you, I withheld what would have hurt you, even when you begged me to say yes. Every no from Kumpf me was a yes to something better. Every detour was a setup for your destiny. You may not understand now, but one day you will look back and say, "Thank you for not giving me what I thought I wanted." And until then, I ask for your faith, not in the outcome, but in me, not in the evidence you can see, but in the hand that is holding you. Even now, I do not need your perfect understanding. I desire your persistent trust. You are not running out of time. Time is held in my hand, and I am never careless with what I place inside of it. There are things you will only appreciate when they come. Later, if I gave you everything too soon, you would not value it. But in the waiting, in the becoming, in the pressing, I am creating in you a deeper gratitude, a grounded wisdom, and a strength that will carry others. Look at where you are now. You are not the same person you were last year. You have survived battles no one saw. You have wrestled in silence and still chosen to believe. That is courage. That is faith. That is beauty rising from ashes. I see your scars not as signs of weakness, but as proofs of grace. Every wound I allowed, I also covered. Every season of wilderness I permitted, I also walked through with you. Do not curse the process. Do not speak death over the ground I am still watering. You may not see fruit yet, but I have not stopped tending to you. You may not see the full picture, but I am still painting. You may not see how this ends, but I do, and I promise. It ends in resurrection. The pain is not permanent. The confusion is not the conclusion. You are not standing still. You are being rooted. You are not being punished. You are being positioned. And when the time is right, not when it feels convenient, but when it is divinely appointed, I will unveil what I have prepared for you. And it will be worth every moment you stayed faithful. So do not despise the in-between. Do not reject the quiet places. Do not rush past the season of stillness. There are things I can only do in the silence. There are treasures hidden in the depths that cannot be found on the surface. Let me work. Let me finish what I started. I am not done with you. I never was. My beloved child. I am not a God who abandons my process. I do not leave things halfway. I do not start fires and walk away. I refine. I complete. I redeem. And you are being redeemed even now. All that feels lost will be restored. All that feels wasted will become sacred. All that you've endured will rise again, not in vain, but in victory. Stand still in this truth. You are not behind. You are right where I need you to be. And the moment I say, now, nothing will be able to stop what I release into your life. Be patient. Be faithful. Be still. I am working, and I do all things well. Let this be your declaration today. Even when I don't understand, I will trust. Even when I cannot see, I will believe. Even when I feel weak, I will stay with him. For your strength is not found in how loud you shout, but in how deeply you stay. And if you stay, I will show you what all of this was for. I will make it beautiful. I will make it holy. I will make it new. Now, breathe, rest. The time is not wasted. You are not forgotten. You are becoming, and I am with you. What you lost is not the end, my child. I know what has been taken from you. I know what has broken you in the dark when no one saw. I know what you've had to let go of, not because you wanted to, but because the season demanded it. And I am not blind to your pain. I am not distant from your tears. Every loss you have faced, I have seen. Every tear you have cried, I have collected. Every silent ache in your chest, I have heard louder than any prayer you could ever speak aloud. Nothing escapes my knowing. Nothing escapes my compassion. You are grieving not only what you lost, but what it represented. The dreams you buried, the people who walked away, the certainty that vanished. You are mourning the version of yourself that no longer fits in this season. You are learning that some things must die so new things can live. And that realization feels cruel at first. It feels like abandonment, like failure, like the end. But I speak over you now with the full authority of heaven. This is not the end. This is the turning. There is a sacred purpose in every ending I allow. Nothing is removed from your life without first being sifted through my love. You may feel like everything is falling apart, but what if it's falling into place? What if the things you're losing were never meant to carry you into your future? What if I am pruning you, not to punish you, but to prepare you to bear more fruit? I do not remove what you cling to, unless I am making room for something greater. I do not close a door unless the one ahead will open into more light, more freedom, more truth. You may not see it now, but I am leading you away from shadows, from false comforts, from shallow roots. I am guiding you into something eternal, something pure, something no one can take from you again. And for that, yes, there must be loss. But loss is not the end in my kingdom. It is the place where miracles begin. I take what is broken and make it whole. I take what is buried and bring it back to life. I take what has died in your hands and breathe into it with my spirit. If you are willing to let go and trust me, resurrection is not a myth. It is the pattern of my love. It is the rhythm of those who walk with me. And it is coming for you. Do not fear what you've lost. Fear what you would miss if you refuse to move forward. Do not build a shrine to what was built an altar for. What is becoming? You are not called to live in graves. You are called to rise, and rising requires courage. It requires letting go of the illusion that things must go back to how they were. I did not call you to go backward. I called you forward into something higher, holier, and fuller than what you could ever imagine. You think you need what you lost, but what you truly need is me. I am the source, not the gift. I am the anchor, not the outcome. And when you cling to me, when you choose me even through tears, you will see that I have never once withheld what is good for you. I have only ever removed what would have hindered your becoming. Trust the release. Trust the discomfort. Trust the silence between what has been and what will be. There is treasure in the transition. I am refining you in this space. I am stripping away the noise so that your spirit can hear me clearly again. I am making you lighter for the path ahead, because where I am leading you, the weight of your old wounds cannot go. The bitterness, the shame, the regret, none of it can enter the next door. You are not empty. You are being emptied. You are not abandoned. You are being aligned. I have not turned away from you. I have turned you toward me. And that is where your healing begins. In my presence, in my hands, in the surrender of what was for the hope of what will be. Lift your eyes, child. Do not stare only at what fell apart. Look up and see what I am rebuilding. You have no idea the strength that is forming inside you now. You cannot yet see the wisdom, the resilience, the deep faith I am planting in the soil of this heartbreak. But one day, you will walk through a door and realize this. This is what it was all for. This is why it had to fall apart. This is why it had to end. Because if it had not ended, you would never have stepped into this kind of glory. And I am. Not done yet. I am still writing, still shaping, still holding you steady while the dust settles. The ending was real, but the story continues. And your story is still good, still beautiful, still chosen. You are not forgotten in the ruins. You are found. And what rises next will carry the fingerprints of grace, not grief. So take a breath. Wipe your tears. And let this be your declaration. I may have lost, but I am not lost. I may have wept, but I have not been forsaken. I may not understand, but I will still trust. I honor that kind of faith. I bless that kind of surrender. And I promise I will not disappoint you. Let the past fall away. Let me hold what you can no longer carry. And walk with me into the beauty that is coming. Because it is coming. And it is far greater than anything you've left behind. You are rising again. This is not the end. This is the becoming. I am the God of the silent seasons. My beloved, I know the silence has felt unbearable. I know you've cried out and heard no answer. You've waited, but the sky remained still. You've knocked, but the door did not open. In your heart, you began to wonder, have I been forgotten? Has God turned away from me? But I say this to you now, clearly, tenderly, with the power of eternity behind every word. I have never left you. I have never stopped listening. I have never abandoned your side. The silence is not my absence. It is my sacred preparation. In the quiet places, I am doing the deepest work. When your eyes cannot see and your hands cannot grasp, your soul is being stretched to trust beyond evidence. Faith is not forged in moments of clarity, but in the shadows where you choose to believe anyway. And you, my child, are being shaped into someone who believes not because of what you see, but because of who you've come to know me to be. I know you long for answers. I know you want clarity. But sometimes, clarity would only satisfy your mind, while silence strengthens your spirit. You think waiting means wasting, but I do not waste a moment of your life. I do not leave my children in delay without divine purpose. What feels like delay is often my mercy in disguise. I am slowing you down not to hurt you, but to protect you from what you're not yet ready to carry. And more than that, I'm bringing you into alignment with my appointed time. You see time as a line. I see it as a design. You think you're behind. I see you precisely where I need you to be. Do you trust me with time? Do you trust that I know the right moment to lift you, to send you, to bless you, to heal you, to unfold the next part of your destiny? If you could see what I'm saving you from, you would fall to your knees in gratitude for the delay. But even when you can't see, I invite you to trust. The silence is where your roots grow deep. The silence is where you learn to lean not on your understanding, but on me. I am not developing your plans. I am developing your soul. And I will not let you walk into your next season unprepared. I love you too much for that. I'm stripping away the distractions. I'm silencing the noise. I'm narrowing your focus so you can hear the still small voice that speaks beyond. The thunder. You are not alone in this silence. I am here. I have always been here. When you wept in the night, I was there. When you questioned your worth, I whispered truth over you. When you doubted your future, I held the blueprint in my hand, never once letting go. And now I say to you, keep walking with me. Don't quit in the quiet. The silence is sacred ground. I am whispering your name in the depths. I am training your ears to hear the divine even when the world goes quiet. You don't need signs to believe. You don't need proof to follow. You need one thing, faith that stays. And if you stay with me, I promise, I will make the silence sing. I will turn stillness into breakthrough. I will take what felt empty and fill it with unspeakable joy. The story I'm writing for you doesn't end in silence. It bursts forth in song. But hear me, do not rush the silent season. Do not despise the desert. It is in the wilderness that I meet you face to face. It is in the stillness that you are transformed. I am not punishing you. I am positioning you. I am not hiding. From you, I am holding you. And though you may not feel me, I am closer now than ever before. Many miss their moment because they flee from silence too soon. But you will not. You will remain. You will stand firm. You will wait not in despair, but in expectation. And when the appointed time comes, and it will come, I will move swiftly. I will open doors no man can shut. I will redeem the time that felt stolen. I will flood your life with clarity, provision, and purpose. But until that day, wait well. Trust deeply. Love me even in the quiet. I am the God of the silent seasons. And I never stop speaking. I just speak differently here. My whisper carries more power than the loudest shout. My silence is never empty. It is filled with my plans, my presence, and my promise. And that promise remains. He who began a good work in you will be faithful to complete it. So breathe, beloved. I am not late. I am not distant. I am not done. The silence has a purpose, and you have not been forgotten. The stillness will break, the dawn will rise, and when it does, you will know it was me all along. Trust the process you do not understand. My child, I know this road feels long. I know that the more you walk, the less certain you feel about where you're going. You look around and see others soaring while you are still crawling. You see doors open for them while yours remain shut. You wonder, did I miss something? Did I take the wrong path? Is there something wrong with me? But I tell you today with unwavering truth, nothing has gone wrong. You are still in my hands. You are still in my plan. And I have not overlooked you. I have hidden you for a purpose. You see detours, but I see development. You see stillness, but I see strengthening. You see delay, but I see divine timing. What feels like wandering is often me rerouting you toward something greater than you imagined. I am not a careless author. I don't write broken scripts. Every line of your life is inked with intention, even when it hurts, even when it confuses, even when you feel unworthy of anything good. I never stopped being your God. I never stopped being your defender. I never stopped working for your good. You ask me why it's taking so long. You ask me why the struggle won't end. You ask me why you keep coming back to the same pain, the same fear, the same wound. And I say this to you, not to shame you, but to set you free. The breakthrough you long for is not only in the outcome, it is in the becoming. I am using what you do not understand to make you into someone you have not yet imagined. This is not punishment. This is preparation. This is not rejection. This is refining. This is not failure. This is formation. You want me to change the situation, but I want to change you. You want me to remove the pressure, but I want you to. Find me in it. You want to skip the process, but the process is where you find your power. I am not simply taking you somewhere new. I am making you someone new. And that requires fire. That requires faith. That requires surrender. I cannot raise you into your calling if you are still clinging to your comfort. I cannot entrust you with new territory, if your heart is still afraid to let go of what I asked you to release, let me remind you, I see the full picture. You only see the frame. I see where your pain will birth purpose. I see how your waiting is aligning you with my highest. I see the people you're going to heal because of what you're walking through right now. Nothing is wasted with me. No tear, no silence, no trial, no setback. I use it all. I redeem it all. I weave it all into the tapestry of grace that will one day make you lift your hands and say, it was worth it. But for now, in the middle, in the mess, in the stretching, will you stay with me? Will you walk even when the ground shakes? Will you trust even when your feelings scream otherwise? I am not asking you to be perfect. I am asking you to be faithful. I do not require that you understand everything. I ask that you trust me in everything. When you fall, fall into me. When you fear, run to me. When you don't have the strength to keep going, lean into my strength. My power is made perfect in your weakness. My love is not earned, it is endless. You cannot outrun my mercy. You cannot outsin my grace. You cannot fall so far that I cannot reach you. I will never stop pursuing you, not even when you've given up on yourself. You are not forgotten. You are not behind. You are not too broken to be rebuilt. I am the God who restores ruins. I am the one who calls dead things back to life. I am the God who speaks to dry bones and says, live. And I am speaking that over you right now. You are rising even when you feel like you're still buried. You are healing even when the wound still aches. You are being made new even when the mirror tells you nothing has changed out. So don't stop now. Don't curse the process. Don't abandon the journey halfway. Stay with me. Keep walking. Keep worshiping. Keep breathing. There is more ahead than behind. There is purpose in every pressure. There is power in every pause. And I promise you, the moment will come sooner than you think when the page turns, and everything will make sense. Until that day, let this truth be planted deep in your heart. I have never left your side. I am not only walking with you, I am carrying you. And when the moment comes when you see all I've been building in the dark, you will fall to your knees and whisper, God, you knew. You always knew. And I will say to you, yes, my child. I always knew. And I never stopped loving you. Never stopped choosing you. Never stopped preparing you. Trust the process you do not understand, because the one writing it is me, and I do not fail. When you don't know what to do, stay with me. My child, I see that place in you, the place where confusion hides behind your smile, where exhaustion rests quietly beneath your faith. You have walked long and hard, and yet the answers seem distant. You have obeyed, you have waited, you have hoped, and still you stand in a space that feels silent. But listen closely now. Just because you do not hear me the way you expected does not mean I have gone quiet. I am speaking in the stillness, in the waiting, in the pauses that seem too long for your comfort. I am not late. I am not far. I am right here, speaking even through the silence. There will be seasons where you will not know what to do, when your plans fall apart, when clarity fades, and your strength runs thin. And in those moments, you may be tempted to rush ahead, to take control, to force a solution out of fear. But I say to you today, do not move without me. Do not lean on your own understanding. The way forward is not always found in doing more. Sometimes the holiest step you can take is to be still, to remain, to sit with me until the fog lifts. Do not confuse silence with absence. Do not confuse stillness with stagnation. I am doing more behind the scenes than your eyes can perceive. What looks like delay may be me protecting you from a battle you are not meant to fight. What feels like loss may be me, pruning the things that cannot grow with you. What feels like nothing is happening is often the very place where everything is being rearranged in divine order. You are not lost. You are not forgotten. You are not without direction. You are exactly where I need you to be for now, not forever, just for this stretch of the journey. Because even this waiting place is a holy place when you wait with me. Even this unknown is sacred when your eyes remain on me. I am not asking you to have the answers. I am asking you to keep choosing me, even when you don't understand. I know what you're carrying. I know how long you've prayed. I know how much you've tried to stay strong for others, while quietly questioning if anyone sees how weary you've become. But I do. I see it all. And I say to you, you do not have to hold it all together. You only have to hold on to me. I never asked you to carry what I died to lift. You were never meant to fix what only I can restore. You were never meant to walk through this valley without my hand holding yours. Yes, the world may rush you. Others may pressure you. Your mind may demand you to figure it all out. But my spirit whispers, just stay, just be still, just trust. Not everything needs an immediate answer. Some things only unfold when the heart surrenders. You will not miss your destiny by being still with me. You will not fall behind by resting in my presence. You will not be left behind when you move according to my timing. What I am doing in you now is deeper than understanding. I am building endurance. I am awakening discernment. I am anchoring you in me, not in outcomes. I am detaching you from needing everything to make sense, and instead, rooting you in the truth that I am enough, even when nothing else is. You may not feel strong, but your decision to remain, despite not seeing results, is strength. Your willingness to trust me in the uncertainty is maturity. Your courage to return to me, even after your doubts, is worship. I never expected perfection. I simply asked for presence, for you to stay near. And you are. That matters more than you. No. So hear me again, child. This is not a setback. This is sacred training. This is not the end. This is the in-between where miracles grow. This is where your roots dig deep, so you won't fall when the winds rise. This is where your eyes begin to see beyond what is temporary. This is where you realize you are never walking alone. I want you to believe something deep in your soul. You are not waiting for me to arrive. I have been here all along, and I will never leave. I will not abandon you halfway. I will not stop halfway through your story. I am writing every page with purpose, even the pages filled with questions and aching silence. Especially those. So what do you do when you don't know what to do? You stay with me. You return to me. You breathe in my presence and exhale every fear. You remember who your God is. You remember what I've done. You remember who you are, chosen, loved, seen, called. And when the moment is right, I will speak clearly again. The fog will lift. The path will open. The door will swing wide, and you will see what I was doing all along. But until then, trust the stillness. Trust the quiet. Trust that in this very moment, I am closer than your breath, and I am working for your good. Your job, my child, is not to figure it all out. Your job is to be with me. And I promise you, if you stay with me until the end, I will give you the answer your soul has longed for. I will unveil what was hidden. I will redeem what was broken. I will restore what was lost. But more than that, I will show you that I was always enough. I was always here. And I always will be. So breathe. Stay. Lean in. This is not the end. The next part of your journey is already waiting, and it will be more beautiful than you imagined. Keep your eyes on me. I am not done with you yet. The ending was always in my hands. My beloved child, this is the moment I have been preparing you for, not the end of the pain, but the beginning of your awakening. Not the finish line of your striving, but the first breath of your becoming. You have walked through the fire and the valley. You have been pressed, tested, and refined. And yet, here you are, not broken, but rebuilt, not lost, but led, not forgotten, but fiercely loved. What you thought would destroy you has deepened. What you thought was the end, was my beginning. I never abandoned you. I've been writing beauty into your ashes the whole time. You see now, don't you? The waiting was not wasted. The silence was not empty. The tears were not unseen. I have numbered everyone. I have stored every sigh in my heart. I have turned every ache into a foundation for something eternal. I have used it all, every delay, every detour, every disappointment, to align you with your destiny. You thought you were falling apart, but you were falling into place. I have never measured your worth by your progress. I have measured it by my promise, and that promise has never changed. I said I would finish the good work I began in you, and I meant it. I said I would restore the years the locusts have eaten, and I meant it. I said I would make a way in the wilderness, rivers, and the desert, and I have. Look around you. Look within you. Do you not perceive it? Everything that happened had meaning, not because the pain was good, but because I brought good out of the pain. Not because the loss was fair, but because I am the God of resurrection. Not because the heartbreak was part of my cruelty, but because I turned it into a door to deeper intimacy with me. Now, I want you to release what no longer belongs to you. The shame, the guilt, the self-blame. It is finished. I am not holding your past against you. Why are you still holding it against yourself? Let it go. Lay it down. You are not defined by the lowest moments of your story. You are defined by my mercy that met you in them. This is the season of release. Release what you thought your life should look like. Release the timelines you created out of fear. Release the false ideas of control. You do not need to know the plan when you trust the one who holds it. And I do. I hold it. I hold your future. Like I held your past in my hands, wrapped in grace, timed in perfect love. This is your new beginning, not a return to what was, but a step into what is becoming. You are not going back. You are being raised forward. I am doing a new thing, not a smaller version of your old self. A brand new creation. You will not be known by your wounds, but by your healing. You will not be shaped by your fears, but by your faith. You will not live out of survival, but out of spirit-empowered peace. Do not be afraid to walk through the doors I am opening. You are not the same person who once doubted if they could rise again. You are standing taller now, not in pride, but in purpose. You have learned to walk with me when no one else understood your pain. And because of that, your strength is not borrowed, it is built. Your roots are deep, your spirit is steady. Your eyes have seen my faithfulness, and your heart has felt my fire. You are ready. No, not perfect, but willing, not flawless, but faithful. And that is all I need. I did not bring you this far to abandon you now. I did not wake you up to leave you empty. I did not whisper promises only to watch you fall. I have been with you from the start. I will be with you to the end, and I will remain when all else fades. So walk boldly, child. Speak life. Love deeply. Dream again. Trust again. Forgive again. And live not just to exist, but to become. You are not here by accident. You are here by assignment. Your life is a light I intend to shine through every shadow. Let them wonder how you made it. Let them marvel at your joy. Let them ask what changed. And when they do, tell them, it was God. It was His timing. It was His grace. It was His hand. holding mine, because this story, the one that began in pain, is ending in power. This journey, the one that almost broke you, is awakening you. This chapter, the one you thought would be the hardest, is becoming your testimony. And child, this is not the final word. This is just the beginning of a life fully led by me. The life where you walk in your purpose, speak with authority, love without fear, and believe in me like never before. Because now you know, everything that happens has meaning. And I, your Father, your God, your constant one, have always been the one who sets the time. Now go. Live like you are loved. Because you are. Live like you are chosen. Because you are. Live like you are never alone. Because you never have been. The time has come. Walk into the fulfillment of all I've prepared for you. It is time.